Hello, this is Setaro. I want to speak my experience of international communicating. When I was junior high school student, I started to study English. But at first, I was not good at speaking English. I had much interested in international communicating, but I was really not good at speaking English. Especially, I was really not good at listening. For example, when I say the word mother, when I was junior high school student, I said mother. Then my classmate laughed, and I couldn't understand how to read pronunciation mark. So this is the main reason that my English score was so bad. And I am deaf in left ear. I can't listen to anything by my left ear. So I think I couldn't master English at all. I was not good at English listening, but I did my best to study English grammar because to study English grammar, I don't feel no handicap of my left ear deaf. And I did my best before studying of lessons. And I check all English word meaning. But I also not good at checking English word by dictionary. I wrote all meaning of the word to my notebook because I couldn't understand what the meaning is the fit in the sentence. So I need much time to finish the English study. And after I entered high school, the English lesson has three types. First, English reader. Second, English grammar. And English oral communication. I was really happy because I can study English more. I think I can get special English lesson. So I was really happy. So I really did my best to study English than junior high school period. And when I used English dictionary, I put a check mark to my English dictionary. I think it was impossible to check all the words of dictionary, but I made a goal that I check all pages of dictionary, which I check the English word meaning. I don't know what was the good for me. When I was high school student, my listening ability was improved. When I was second grade student of high school. My English teacher recommended me that I joined English camp in Asagiri, Shizuoka Prefecture. It was 4 days camping. In 4 days, I couldn't speak Japanese. I tried to speak English anytime, all the time. Yes, it was impossible for me, but I did my best to speak English every time in 4 days. And I tried English skit, and we made a plan of skit. Yes, of course, there is all English word, and it was really difficult to memorize English sentence for the skit. And it was a skit, so it was so bad just reading the English phrase. So I tried overreactions for the skit. And our skit theme is Earth environment. That year, Earth environment problem is so big problem. It was 1996, and next year, Kyoto Agreement was born. I had a dream that I would be elementary school teacher. So I entered education department of college. When I was first grade student of college, I entered even English conversation school. And when it was spring vacations, I went to America, Indiana States, South Spencer High School, and Evansville University for study trip. It was 1 month study trip. The experience was really good for me. My college English teacher said me, it is very good to go to abroad when you are so young. And for the future, elementary school teacher also need to speak English. So I recommend you will go to America for a study trip. And the professor changed the rule. Until that time, only foreign language students can go to America, but professor changed the rule. So I was education department student, but I could join the foreign trip to America. I really appreciate to my professor. In South Spencer High School, I have a chance to speak about Japanese culture. It was really bad English speaking, but teacher and student listened to my English speaking. I was so happy. When I was in Indiana State, I went to Amish town. Amish people is from German, and they keep the lifestyle of 19th century. So They don't use electronic, they don't use car. And it was really beautiful town. And when I stayed in Indiana, my host family's related passed away. So I could join passed away ceremony. I couldn't understand the speaking of church stuff, but I realized the speaking was so good. The last of study trip, uh, we went to California States and we went to Disneyland and Universal Studio. But that time, my condition was so bad. So I went to medical support center. I ex- explained my condition to staff. I think that experience also so good. I explained my bad condition to staff by my poor English, and I stayed 5 hours in medical support room, and I cured. After I back to Japan from America, I want to continue to communicate with people in United States. So I bought not PC. It was 1919. So it was 21 years ago. I feel it is just yesterday, but it was 25 years ago. I was so surprised that the time passed away. When I was third grade of college, I got sick. So when I graduated college, I couldn't get the license of elementary school teacher and I was jobless. After I graduated college, I worked in many companies and I worked with people from overseas. They are trial working students. In Japanese word, 技能実習生. And I also work with people from Brazil. And my coworker who were from overseas couldn't speak English. It was the good experience to change the thinking of communication with overseas people. Until that time, I thought to speak with foreign people, only English is so useful, but Ginojishuse and people from Brazil can't speak English anything. So I tried to do overreaction body language and easy Japanese. It was really experience of now. Now I want to be great Japanese language teacher. And Ginojishuse and people from Brazil studied Japanese language very well. They gave me questions very often. The experience also very good for me. I enjoyed lunch meeting, short trip, and snowboard trip and so on with Ginoju Sensei and people from Brazil. I really enjoyed. When I was 26 years old, I entered education department again. It is Tamagawa University. And finally, I could get education. I could get elementary school teacher license when I was 27 years old. Later, I tried teacher entrance test, but I couldn't pass it. But my complex, which I had no teacher license, was disappear because finally I could get elementary school teacher license. When I was 35 years old, I entered Openet English Combination School. Every Tuesday night after my work, I joined English conversation lesson. It is 1 hour lesson. When it took 2 months since I entered English conversation school, my teacher gave me a suggestion. It is I tried English presentation. The theme is sightseeing information of Japan. Next week, I started English presentation. I introduced sightseeing information of Japan. And one time, I explained about one place. And I tried 47 places of Japan. When I have holiday, I made a plan of my English conversation. At first, I needed 4 hours to make a plan of English presentation. But it was really fun for me. So it was not hard for me. I really enjoyed it. But my teachers don't give me excellent. Teacher said me it was not presentation. You just reading your report only. It was true. I got a shock, but it was good true. So I got a new goal that I will get good prize from my teacher for my English presentation. It give me a improve of English conversation. Then and after 1 year later, my English presentation of Japan sightseeing sight, sightseeing explanation was finished. Then teacher gave me next theme. It was Japanese old story, and I tried it for half a year. Then teacher gave me next session. You can choose any theme yourself. So that time I can make theme myself. Then I tried historical person history as employment problem, international politics, international political system, world economics, world culture, how different, and so on. I tried them. It was really hard to decide the theme. Then I decided the theme. I got information about them and I made a report by English. I made a report, but I tried I used my word as presentation type. I didn't read my report. I tried I use my speaking. And when it was uh, 2015, my teacher and classmate gave me a suggestion that it's better I start volunteer work of teaching for foreign people in Fukuoka City. And I entered Fukuoka International Communication Association. And I started to teach Japanese language for foreign people in Fukuoka City. It was really enjoyable time. I really enjoyed. And there are no rules for teaching. All staff create the way of teaching themselves. And I can teach my way. It was really good for me. Yes, there is a study time of volunteer staff, but it's just to give me a good information of Japanese teaching. They don't give me a rule of teaching. We enjoy freedom. And I got a next goal that I want to be Japanese language teacher. Then I decided to enter Japanese language teacher license school. And I entered the school. I go to front of Hamamatsu Station School, Human Academy. Then my life schedule was really hard because from Monday until Friday I go to work. That time I was packing worker and I went to Japanese teaching volunteer on Saturday and on Sunday I went to Japanese teacher license school and I also go to English conversation school at Tuesday night. So my life schedule was really hard. But I feel it was so hard for me. I really enjoyed. And when it was 2019 March, I got a license of Japanese language teaching. I was really happy. I have a license of university graduating, so I could teach at the school of all Japanese language teacher school. Then I started to, to search Japanese teacher work and I tried entrance exam of Japanese teaching. I had a confidence to be great Japanese teacher, but I couldn't pass the test of entrance test. I was so shocked, and that time I lost the work of parking. I was really shocked. But now I work in uh, parking and transport and parking and transport company. Now I am regular worker. When I worked in parking company, I was just a part-time worker. So now I am so happy. I really feel what is good for me, what is bad for me. I couldn't understand. No one understand. Sometimes bad things change to good things, and sometimes good things change to bad. So life is so interesting. This year, coronavirus spread all over the world. So could International Communicating Association volunteer work also stopped. But other way, VN Shizuoka Vietnam People Association started internet teaching for Vietnam people. I was starting staff. I made a plan of internet teaching. I made a plan of teaching and many Vietnam people watched our movies. It was really enjoyed. And when it was May, we gathered students who watched our movie to real class and we held a normal lessons for them. We can meet my student. I really, I was really happy. But you know, on July, the coronavirus spread again. So we need to stop our lesson again. I was so shocked. I was so sad. Then we can meet my student again. We feel so lonely. Now I try to make YouTube movie for Japanese language teaching. It is very good to volunteer working for me. Now I am night worker. If I just go to work and back to home only, maybe my heart condition was so bad. But I have good goal to make good movie for foreign people. It makes so happy. It makes so active. I am so happy. I want to continue to making YouTube movie. Thank you so much. I finished my speaking. By the way, my sentence is written by Japanese language. I tried to change it to English. It was really good training of English conversation. Thank you so much. I finished my speaking. Thank you.